Hi guys, welcome back to your third lesson in this tarot course. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about ego versus intuition. We're going to talk more about shadow work, and this one is a very major lesson because I'm actually going to teach you how to read tarot in this lesson. I'm going to teach you how to connect the cards. I'm going to teach you how to do the storytelling when it comes to tarot and so much more. So let's get into this lesson. Let's get started. Take out your tarot decks and your notebooks and let's go. Let me know down in the comments below if this haircut is cute because I feel it's really cute. I feel very relieved I don't have long hair anymore, but I like it. It's cute. So before moving into the storytelling of tarot, let me talk about ego versus intuition first and shadow work as well. Now, as I said in the last lesson, I would be talking about ego versus intuition in this lesson, and I know a lot of people have a very high um, a very big issue when it comes to understanding what your intuition actually means, or how do you fine tune that intuition, or how you strengthen or even build that intuition. As I said, I have a lot of videos on it. I will link it up there as well as in the description box, so go check it out. At the same time, I do have a lot of tarot freebies for you guys. I will also put it down in the description box, so make sure you check it out as well. Now, when it comes to your ego stems from your past experiences, or even more, it actually makes you feel very anxious. It's not very grounded. So whenever you're having a thought which makes you feel anxious or stressed or very tense, that's your ego. But on the flip side, intuition is more confident and more grounded. If you have a thought where you are certain that, okay, this thing is going to turn out in this particular way, that is your intuition. That is not your ego speaking. As I said, videos on how to strengthen your intuition by meditating, journaling, all of those things down in the description box as well as in the cards above. So check them out. When it comes to shadow work, there are a few techniques that you can use to actually do your own shadow work. Now, as a tarot reader from the past 2 to 3 years, I would say that doing your shadow work for at least the first year of your tarot journey it's a big deal. Okay, you need to do your own shadow work because at the end of the time, if you are helping somebody to discover universe's messages for them, and giving them angel guidance and all of those things through the cards, you need to also make sure that you first know how tarot works and you know how to decode those messages for your own self. And I think shadow work really helps in this because it actually declutters your own mind and your past issues and your trauma and all of those things. Therapy is a way of doing shadow work as well. So if you're already in therapy, that's really good. If you're not, or you're considering therapy, go ahead, do it. You're not going to lose anything by doing therapy. But at the same time, if you ask me, if I would have to tell you main 3 ways of doing shadow work, the first one would be journaling. There are a lot of shadow work prompts available online on Pinterest or Google, or even on like Instagram and all of that. Even on my profile, I have them. So you can go and check that out. You can pick up any prompt you want and you can start journaling about it, which again is going to be really helpful for you in the end of the day. So make sure you're journaling on them. The second way of doing shadow work is probably meditation. Now, specific meditation where you have to dive deep into your, past traumas or your unconscious or subconscious. If you want to do those things, specific shadow work meditations really help with, decluttering your mind and bringing your mind at a very calm and collected stage so that it is open to receiving all the messages that the tarot has for you. The third way of doing shadow work would possibly be being very self aware of yourself and trying to find out your hows and your whys. Why are you doing this particular thing? How has this impacted your life? How has your past impacted your present? How is your present impacting your future? Why are you making certain choices over and over again? Why are you making bad choices over and over again? Or why do you keep on making bad decisions? Or why are you not able to make good decisions or understand what would work for you the best? All of these questions, I think you need to start asking them to yourself on a daily basis, or even if not on a daily basis, you should journal about these things. Like, you should become very aware of these things. I think that is a huge gateway into actually understanding what is happening with you, how do you heal yourself, and how do you start doing shadow work and all of those things. And at the same time, this will actually open up your mind to receiving messages. So once you start becoming clear about your own self and understanding your own self better, you will be able to do the same thing for other people. And right now, I would highly suggest that you should read tarot for yourself at least for 6 to 7 months continuously, only for yourself. Only if you want to read for other people, then move on to reading for other people. Don't read for other people at least in the first year of your tarot learning journey, because trust me, it took me quite a long time to read tarot. I did it all by myself. I have a history of Reiki and crystal healing and all of that, but at the same time, when it comes to tarot, I really wanted to use this particular skill for better and not just for time pass or not just for myself. So I had to spend a lot of time in learning tarot for myself, and I needed to understand how it worked. Now let's get into storytelling, which is probably the most important lesson in this particular lesson. So let's go. So I have my tarot deck over here, and I'm going to shuffle these. This is the Rider-Waite tarot deck. Looks something like this. Really weird artwork, but whatever. Anyways, I'm going to shuffle my tarot deck, and while I'm shuffling my tarot deck, I want to think about my question. So for example, I'm going to think about, how is today going to go for me? Like, what does today have in store for me? Or, how is today going to turn out? Just gonna focus on, how I woke up and what all I did till today, like till the time I'm shuffling these cards. And just gonna think about that for a second. And I am gonna only pull out one card. For now, this card did pop out, which is Page of Wands. I'm not going to be taking this into consideration. But if something like this pops out during shuffling, you can surely go ahead and take it as your answer. So, I'm going to go ahead and just lay them down like that. And I'm going to pull out one card, which is the Seven of Wands. And honestly, at one point, I do relate to this card a lot right now, but let me break it down for you. So as I pulled out this particular card, what do you see in this card? You want to have a notebook and your pen right next to you while you're reading this. This would be your first ever official tarot reading for yourself. So what do you see in this card? Anything that comes out to you, any thought that pops up right away in your head, you want to note that down. Write it down. So for me, in this particular card, what I see this person being very defensive. Like, just see his expression. He looks very defensive. He looks like he's ready to fight off people. He's really angry. He's not coming from a very good place. That's what I feel when I look at this card. Do you feel the same? Do you feel something different? What do you feel? Write it down. So for me, the answer for today, this particular day, would be that I might be on a very defensive mode today. As I asked, in a future setting, how was today going to be for me, or how is today going to be for me, this card will say in the future itself that, like, this particular day, today, I'm going to be very defensive. I'm not having one of my best days. That's what is happening. I'm not having one of my best days, and I'm being very defensive about small things. And I kind of also feel that a lot of people are like really, really against me right now, or they don't feel like, being a good friend to me or something like that right now. As I said, I see a lot of fire energy. Fire is also passion. Fire is also anger. Fire is those kind of feelings. So at the same time, I feel that there's going to be probably a lot of disagreements in the day, probably a lot of fights during the day. Maybe there could be some fights during the day. So this is my reading for today. At the same time, I think that, as I said in the first lesson, if you've not seen that particular video, go ahead and do that lesson in the second, and then this one. As I said, wands represent fire, and they also talk about your thoughts and your beliefs and your values. So at one point, I feel that today, just for today, probably I'm in a mindset where I am not ready to see different perspectives. If I'm being so defensive, I know that I'm not going to be able to see different perspectives because my brain is stopping that because I'm being so defensive. I hope you're understanding how I'm trying to connect what I'm seeing here to actually what might be happening in my mind. Now, this is also an advantage that I have as a person, that I know psychology, that I know Reiki, I know crystal, all of those things. But if you don't know any of these things, if you're absolutely new to tarot, that is okay. As I said before, what do you see in this picture? What do you see in this particular card? Write it down. Try to connect it with how you are feeling right now. How are you feeling? How was your day from morning till the time you're doing this reading? How did your day go? You want to connect whatever you're seeing in this card with your own experience. And this is the reason why I said that you want to spend more and more time doing your own reading, because when you start connecting what you see in the card with how you actually feel, number one, you actually get that certainty where you are like, okay, this reading actually makes sense. Like, this reading is really, really true, because you can connect it with your own feelings. You get that surety, that okay, yes, this is exactly the right card that I needed to see, or this is exactly what I needed to hear, because I've been feeling this way, and it happens with other clients. When I'm reading for somebody, I am constantly thinking, can they relate to this? Can they understand what I'm trying to say? Or is this making sense, whatever I'm reading? And if that person in the end comes up to me and tells me that, yes, this is exactly what I was feeling, you were so right, and all of that, that's when I get a sense of relief that, thank God, I was right during the reading. But when you're reading for yourself, the thing is that I can do that then and there itself. I can ask myself, is this how I'm feeling? As I said, yes, I have been feeling this. I have been very defensive. I've had a few rough days, and I feel that today might be a day where I might have an argument with someone, or I might fight with someone, or I might just have like disagreements throughout the day. Yes, exactly. That is exactly what this card is representing for me. And I'm getting that sense of relief and that surety right then and there, like a confirmation, of what I'm reading is correct. That is the reason why I'm telling you to read for yourself more than you read for other people. Even if you want to read for other people, please read for yourself at least for 6 months continuously. Once in a day, just pull out one card in a day for 6 months, and then you can go ahead and read for other people. Or if you don't want to read for other people at all, then obviously that's amazing, because you just want to read for yourself. So let's do a past, present, future spread. It's a 3-card spread, okay? Now, keep in mind that when I say that we are doing a past, present, future spread, those are the 3 cards that I'm going to pull out. But what kind of reading is it? It's going to be a general reading. And now let me just think about my recent days. And let me tell you guys about my recent days, so that I can give you the surety that whatever I'm feeling is also going to come up in the cards as well. I'm going to break it down for you guys really, really slowly and gradually. So keep your eyes and ears open. So recently I've been having a few arguments and disagreements with a few friends of mine, not having really good relationships around me. Just one really, really good friend that is there every day for me, honestly. I've been going through a lot of financial troubles right now. I am really, really tensed. I need a lot of money for a very big project. So I'm not able to get that money from anywhere. I'm not able to get it as a loan or my own personal funds. So it's a very, very, hectic month, like a few months that I've been having. Plus, I have a deadline for like that particular money, and I'm not able to, move ahead with anything right now. I am not doing anything in the day. I am recording my YouTube videos. just reading, learning a bit of Spanish here and there, studying if I want to. So I'm not exactly, I don't have a job, I'm not doing much with anything during my day. So these are this is how this is how my previous months have gone. Like I have not done much during the days, and I don't know what to do during the days because I'm like really burnt out, and I'm really stressed about the whole financial situation, and plus like my friends are also like annoying the fuck out of me. So this is my overall gist of the past few months for you guys. So I'm going to pull out 3 cards in the past, present, future. Okay. Okay. So I have to change my setup a bit here and there because my tripod is falling. But yeah, that is the gist of my last few months that I've been having. I'm going to pull out 3 cards, and I can pull out any card from anywhere that I want. There's no restriction on that or a prerequisite of that. So I'm going to pull out 1 card from here. This is my past. This is my present, and this would be my future. Now, when I talk about past, present, future in a spread, as a spread, I'm not talking about like, okay, let me talk about how my past was, how is my present, and how is my future going to be. It's not exactly a future prediction reading. It is just a general reading of how probably my past is affecting my present is affecting my future. And when I'm talking about the future, it does not have a time limit of how things, might turn out in like the next month or 3 months or 4 months, or it could take like a year or 2 years as well. So when you're doing tarot readings like this, you need to make sure that you are not putting that pressure on yourself of understanding that what timeline is this gonna happen in. The reason is that tarot is not very good in timelines. It does not do very good in timelines. If you want timelines, you want to do astrology and not tarot. Okay, you want to combine both of those, but not just tarot. So I have my past, present, future here. I'm gonna pull out the card. Wheel of Fortune in past. Present is the Tower, and the future is 4 of swords, sorry. Okay, so this itself, for a tarot reader who knows what the cards mean, I know what these cards mean. So this is Wheel of Fortune in my past. Now, when a major arcana card comes up in the past, it basically means that this is exactly what you were going through before. Okay, so what Wheel of Fortune actually means is success, money, no financial troubles, everything was amazing, you were getting the results of whatever hard work that you were doing. So in the past, this was the thing that was happening with me. I was okay with it. I was not going through a lot of financial troubles and all of those things. Okay. But now in the present, I have the Tower. Now the Tower symbolizes destruction. That's exactly what it symbolizes, destruction. But at the same time, destruction also means building it up. It also means that sometimes breaking down is not exactly breaking down. It is just basically a breakthrough for you. So you need to also understand that when you are breaking down, it's also an opportunity for rebuilding yourself up. So I think the Tower in this context of the present card means that right now there's a lot of potential for myself to build myself up mentally for whatever is about to come. At the same time, yes, I've been going through a lot of issues. That is exactly very, very clear in this particular card. And as I also told you guys about how I've been having the past few weeks, obviously, yes, I'm going through a very, very tough time. But at the same time, this is a make or break kind of situation for me because the Tower is coming in my present, plus Tower is a major arcana card. Okay. When it comes to my future, this is 4 of Swords. Now, swords have an air energy. Swords are responsible for my intellect, for my, how I see other people, my personalities, and all of those things. I feel what Four of Swords in this particular issue, in this particular scene, is trying to tell me is that things are going to be okay. Okay, you are going to go at rest very, very soon. If I want to make a timeline out of this, I would totally depend on my intuition, and I would probably say, like, the next 4 to 5 weeks are probably going to be really, really stressful for me. And maybe in the 4 to 5 weeks that I face, next upcoming 4 to 5 weeks are actually going to be the weeks where I'm going to realize that everything is going to be okay. I'm going to have those small moments where I feel that, okay, I'm going to actually rest as well. And whatever I'm going through is meant to be, this is how it's supposed to be for me. I really, really hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say here, or how I am trying to build the story up in the tarot reading. Now, as I said, Wheel of Fortune, this was past, present, and future. So Wheel of Fortune in the past meant that, okay, I did have a lot of financial resources, I was doing pretty good, I didn't have a problem, and I was fine, everything was amazing. But in the present, yes, everything came boiling down, breaking down, and it is an opportunity for me to rebuild myself, and I should more focus on that perspective. And Four of Swords in the future shows that there are going to be days where I'm going to not feel like doing anything, or there are going to be days where I'm actually going to appreciate the rest that I'm getting, or there are good things coming very, very soon, and I should not lose my patience over it. So this is how you read for past, present, future. Overall, what I would say for this particular reading is that good days are going to come. If you are still worried about what this means, you can pull out a clarification card as well. Now, okay, let me show you. If I pull out a clarification card, that is also going to be any other card, and which is Queen of Pentacles. Now, Queen of Pentacles, again, Pentacles stand for your finances, for your stability, and Pentacles are very earthy energy. So Queen of Pentacles in this future reading, this is a clarification card. So I like to keep my clarification cards like this, in this crisscross pattern. Okay, so that, I understand that, okay, this is a clarification card for this particular reading. So Queen of Pentacles in the future represents that I am going to be very, very I'm going to be okay with my finances down the line. I am going to get my finances. I'm going to feel really, really comforted when it happens, and I'm going to feel very, very grounded. At the same time, when there's a queen, I should also get into a bit of my own feminine energy, and I should nurture myself while that is also happening. While everything this is happening, I should nurture myself, and I should pay attention to myself as well. So this is a lot of feminine energy over here. Again, as I said, you can or cannot pull a clarification card. If you're really, really confused about what this reading means, you can pull out a clarification card in each of these segments of the reading, in the past, present, or future. But this is how you read tarot. Number one, as I said the first time, what you're going to do is you're going to pull out a card, and you're going to write each and everything you see in the card, and you're going to try to make it as connected to yourself as it can be. As I said, you want to pick this card up, you want to see what is in the card, and you also want to understand, okay, is this connected to me? Is this how I feel? You want to confirm those things with your own feelings first, and then you want to move on to the other card. And now when you've moved on to the other card, when it comes to the past, present, future, it always flows from the left to right. Obviously, it always flows from the first card to the second card to the third card, and then so on. So if I say that past May, it was Wheel of Fortune, present it is the Tower, it means that whatever I had gained is breaking down now. But also I have an opportunity to rebuild it, and I will rebuild it, and then I can finally rest without worrying about it, with all of my possessions, and with all of the nurturing energy that I'm going to build around. This is how it's going to go. So overall of this reading, what I can tell you for myself is that everything is going to be fine. You don't need to worry about it. Everything has its own timeline. It's going to fall into place. you don't have to worry about it. This is just like the next 4 to 5 weeks are going to be really, really stressful for me. But at the same time, after that, it's going to be really, really easy for me and I can rest after that. So I don't have to worry about anything, but just go through these 4 to 5 weeks. That's all. This is how you read tarot. This is how you build the story in tarot. And I really, really hope you're learning something from this. If you're not, make sure you comment down below so that I can help you in understanding this reading or any other reading that you want. As I said, you will also have an homework in the end of this lesson, and your homework is to do a past, present, future reading for yourself. That is a very, very simple homework. I just showed you how to do it. I want you to do it for yourself as well so that you can understand what is happening with you right now, what has happened, and what will happen in the future, possibly. Okay, not a set in stone future, but yes, possibly what will happen. So comment down below your doubts about this particular reading or even your future, past, present, future reading, and let's talk about it. So that is how you read for past, present, and future, and that is how you read for everything else in tarot. That is basically how you read tarot cards. It's very easy. You don't need to complicate it. You don't need to learn each and every card's meaning. All I'm saying is, if you really, really want to learn any other meanings, you just want to go ahead and learn a bit about the kings and the pages and the knights and the queens of each and every suit. You want to learn about each and every suit, what it means, roughly what it means. As I said, I didn't even take elements and all of those things into consideration a lot of the times when I was reading tarot for myself. But at the same time, I want you guys to understand that tarot is a very subjective thing for your own self. So you can read tarot the way you want, and another person reading tarot would read tarot a totally different way than you. So don't force yourself to read tarot in one particular way or manner. I would suggest have a notebook and a pen with you at least for the first 6 months while you're reading tarot for yourself, or at least make a mental note of those keywords or any other words that pop up in your mind while you're reading tarot. Grounding yourself and meditating and clearing your mind is very, very important when it comes to reading tarot. So before reading tarot, do that, clear your mind. Even if you don't want to meditate, you can just sit and just relax for a minute, listen to some very soothing noises, soothing sounds, and just let your mind be very, very calm and composed before actually handling a tarot deck. Because as soon as you start shuffling the deck, you will feel that particular energy of, oh my god, this feels so good, I want to just keep on doing this. It just becomes a flow for you. So you want to achieve that flow with tarot, and don't burden yourself with reading tarot a certain way. Do it by yourself, do it however you like it. This is just a basic guideline of reading tarot, and I want to know what your past, present, future shows. Make sure you let me know down in the comment section about your cards, because I can't wait to help you interpret your own cards. And I am so, so happy for you that you have come this far in this particular course. And I'm really, really happy that you are taking a step on learning tarot for yourself. And I would be proud if you would comment down below and let me know if you are doing the homework or not. If you are and you're not commenting, I'm proud of you. Keep going. It's gonna be really good for you. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next lesson. The next lesson would not be covering a lot of things. I would just be talking about a few do's and don'ts of tarot and a few other things that can spice up your practice or things that harm your practice and all of those things. So that one is just gonna be something that is gonna be a light chapter sort of a thing. It's not gonna be very, very intense. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, because those are also really, really important tips that I want you guys to know as well. Also, I see that almost 70% of you are not subscribed to the channel, so make sure you're subscribed and turn on the bell notifications, because I'm posting every Sunday with this particular video. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and let me know down on the comments below about your homework and everything else, and you'll find all the links and the video links and the tarot bundle links and all of that in the description box. So make sure you check that out as well. I will see you guys in the next video, and thanks for watching.